Good afternoon, Pokésports. Welcome to another VGC Battle Stadium Series 10 video, bringing you the NECROZMA Dawnwings team. Yet again, back on the channel. So far, so good with that team, I do have to say. Usually, teams do struggle a little bit trying to get a couple of wins, especially when I first try to use them. And I didn't actually expect NECROZMA Dawnwings to do too much, because the team is kind of weird. I will be the first one to admit that maybe a Lele and a Dracovish, they're probably better Pokemon that NECROZMA pairs itself with, but all in all, the team did work, and that's all I can ask for. We went 2 wins and 1 loss in the last episode, just in case you guys didn't go ahead and see it. If you didn't see it, you should go ahead and do so, because it was a really great one. Going against Juju, 2899 rating, running the Zamazenta team? Sir, Zamazenta. I'm a little spooked. Now, they're running they have like the speed control with the Whimsicott. They also do have the potential nuisance in the Dragapult. It is kind of just a nuisance. I don't consider it to be anything beyond that. They have the double fire types with the Entei and the Incineroar, double fake outs with the Incineroar and the Rillaboom. Team is very physical, very intimidate weak, which is kind of nice. So maybe this might be a game for Incin. I don't know if it's a lead for Incin though. Not a lot of ground type moves on their team, so definitely want to bring the Stacka. I think it might be a NECROZMA Incin situation. I should be fine with the stack in the back and a Lele in the back. Let's do that. I think regardless of what we do this game, Trick Room is 100% our play. And the only reason why we're bringing the Incineroar in the lead is in case they do have like a Taunt Whimsicott, we're able to stop that right away. But if you guys are excited to see NECROZMA Dawnwings here on the channel, go ahead, hit the like button down below and subscribe to Pokésports if you haven't done so already. We're so close to 9,000. If not, we just broke it. We're like literally 9 subs away at the time I'm recording this, so I'm sure you guys can push over that 9,000 mark. Juju. It's a funny sounding name. What do you got for me? You got a Dragapult and an Entei. 2 things that I can't fake out, unfortunately, because one has Inner Focus, one is a Ghost type. Interesting situation I'm put in. I feel like Trick Room is still possible, and I still will go ahead and do it. And then I think I need a parting shot out on this Entei spot. While I can switch into something more beneficial, they're going to go ahead and go for the Phantom Force here. Now, I could outplay this next turn just by switching out. And also Sacred Fire. That hurts a lot. That's why. Okay, Life Orb. Yikes. I could not be happier that I'm parting shotting right about now. Big yikes. That was terrifying. Okay, well, Trick Room's up. I got a Stacka now. Now, obvious plays are obvious. My opponent is going to go into this NECROZMA spot next turn. Regardless of how juicy this Meteor Beam is, I'm going to go ahead and be smart and switch into my Instant to take that Phantom Force. Followed by just a hard Rock Slide on that Entei. Free damage is free damage. Now, if I can preserve my NECROZMA Dawnwings, that's better. Now, my opponent could, like, blow my mind right now and go for the Phantom Force on the Stacka, but I still think Stacka doesn't care too much about it. Rock Slide is going to connect on the Entei. I was worried for a second. Good enough damage. Followed by a Stone Edge. Ooh. Into the Incin. Not going to appreciate it, but my berry should be getting procced soon. Especially after this. They are throwing everything they had into that NECROZMA slot. That Stone Edge was probably there just on the off chance. My opponent, or I switched out back in Incin. Well, smart by my opponent. I can't complain. Regardless, I think this is now a Flare Blitz into you and Rock Slide again. I have no reason to switch. I'm going to get a free +1 on this Entei if they don't switch themselves. They're going to actually switch out with the Dragapult here. Eesh! Into Zamazenta! They're going to be at +1 defense, so we're not going to do like any damage. But hey, this is still something. Zamazenta definitely has like close combat or something, which is why they're making this switch. And hey, respect, right? Makes sense. If we could somehow I don't think we are. But if we could somehow do like 50% Zamazenta, that'd be great. But I highly doubt it. Whoa. I could stay in here. Oh, this is great. Flare Blitz. Rock Slides. I'm in control. This is great. Why is this instant hurting? Guys, I have 4 attack investment in EVs. So that's either like a very uninvested Zamazenta or Incineroar's dumb Pokemon. Might even be a mix of both. Okay. I'm liking where I am right now. They're going to have to swap their Entei or give me a Beast Boost. They have to make up their mind right now. Their Zamazenta's not lasting this turn. And most Zamazentas don't carry Protect either. They carry like Wide Guard, Snarl, and, you know, Steel Move, Fighting Move. Yeah, they're not protecting. No one can hide from this turn. +1 in attack. Thank you. I'm not using the well, that's a lie. I did use NECROZMA Dawn Wings in the beginning. It's how I got the Trick Room set up. I did use it. It is a part of the team. Here's a Flare Blitz. Flare Blitz? Flare Blitz into the Zamazenta is enough to knock it out. Guys, man, this team is fun. This team is putting in some work. What does my opponent have left in the back? It's going to be Dragapult and a friend. Who's the friend? I'm guessing Rilla. Yeah, if I had to guess, it'd be Rilla. There's the Rilla. Respect it. Understand it. I'm not confused by it. Makes perfect sense. Now, because that Dragapult did just swap after the Phantom Force earlier on, it does lead me to believe this is banded or choiced in some certain fashion. In which case, I'm going to go ahead and do this. I'm going to undo the terrain, go into Psychic Terrain, go for the Gyro Ball into the Dragapult, just to take advantage of the tremendous speed boost that Dragapult has above Stack Attacka. Might even get a free KO here, who knows. The second terrain is going to protect me from any fake outs. It's also going to get rid of the priority on the Rillaboom Grassy Glide. Straight up Gyro Ball. Gonna connect. Gonna buff Sash. Okay. Gotta say, first time I'm seeing that, to be honest. At least in a long time. That Grassy Glide is gonna destroy me as they set up a D-Dance. And the Twisted Dimensions return to the norm. Okay, I am just gonna Gleam. And I'm gonna Trick Room. I'm gonna try to Trick Room again. That's like my win con, right? Trick Room is definitely my win con. So let's go ahead and try for it. They got decisions to make. They can't Sucker Punch anything on the field. They can only Dragon Darts my Stacker, which should be able to take it. They're going to Phantom Force. That's perfectly fine. And probably go for a high horsepower here if I had to guess. Yeah. Do we take one? Actually, we might not. Never mind, we do. Okay. I was considering how strong that last move was. What was it called? The move that literally just happened. The Grassy Glide. Considering how strong the Grassy Glide was, I really didn't think I was going to be able to go ahead and live that. Regardless, let's go for the Gyro Ball onto the Rillaboom. Rillaboom can't hide from this. And if I do lose my Stacka here, at the very least, Stacka is taking some lives. And also, at the very least, I do have a Moongeist Beam for this Dragapult in the back waiting. Granted, Dragapult's at 1 HP. So, I don't think there's much it can do right now. It did just go ahead and decide to take out the Lele, but honestly, my opponent's kind of against the wall here. I guess I'll go into Instant just because it doesn't actually matter. Why would I? Actually, I don't even know why they would bring the Dragapult here. I mean, I feel like the only reason they brought Dragapult was for NECROZMA. And I guess it did its job, right? It did force me out when I had to leave. But at the same time, I have so many Dark types and so many Ghost types on this team that realistically, I don't think you actually want that matchup. Regardless, GG's to my opponent. That was a great game. On to the next. NECROZMA Dawn Wings versus NECROZMA Dusk Wings. Oh boy. And why are they also using Dracovish? Okay, interesting. They're also using Dracovish, Incineroar, and Amoonguss. This is actually a very similar team. Except I do think we have the advantage here with the NECROZMA Dawn Wings because we're actually able to get some super effective stab going onto their Dusk main. And Intimidate's also very nice for us here as well. I think we're kind of okay here. I'm going to go ahead and leave the stack in NECROZMA. Have my opponent guess on which one's setting. Bring Layla in the back. And this kind of feels like a Dracovish game. I know Incineroar is also very good here too. But that's just a lot of things weak to their Dracovish. So I think bringing my own Dracovish is just going to help me mitigate that a little bit. Dracovish also gets some nice not super effective, just nice neutral on most of his team. It's a really good neutral damage on Aleki, on Duskmane, on Moltres. Super effective on Incin. This is going to be one of our harder matchups, though. I don't think my opponent's going to let us win easily. They're definitely going to make us work for it, and that's great, because I need to feel like I work for things. Team is never fun when it's too easy. Said no one ever. Regardless, go ahead and see what my opponent leads with. I'm assuming it's going to be Duskmane and Friend. Might even be Duskmane and Amoonguss. Which wouldn't bother me too much. It would just, you know, be a little bit annoying. There is actually that whole maybe we shouldn't set Trick Room because they have an Amoonguss on the team factor. As they live with the Incin and the Dracovish. So that makes this turn, like, low-key easy. Because I think what we should do is not Trick Room. Go for the Dracovish swap in. And then go for the Meteor Beam on the Incin. Take out the Incin right away. The Dracovish, we could always take out the Lele later. The Incin, on the other hand, is going to be a little bit irritating if it constantly swaps in on my physical attackers. I have 2 on the team right now, and I have 2 in my back right now. So I have to make sure that this Intimidate swap doesn't get too irritating for me. I also feel like Trick Room is a great late game option. I gotta be careful though. I could be throwing my Dawn Wings to the Wolves, and then lose because I have no way of killing the Duskmane. So hopefully I didn't make a bad decision here. I'm gonna have to eat a Fish's Friend though. I think it can. Oh, especially on that. Nice. Nom 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 nom. And then Parting Shot there. Eee. Okay, I mean I get back the special attack, so I can't complain. This is what I meant, but this is what it gets so irritating with this instant swaps, and I just learned their instant outspeeds my NECROZMA, which is kind of sucky. But I know I'm not very invested, so it makes sense. Into the Amoonguss they go. I mean, this is okay. It's neutral, so I can't complain. Incin completely forced me to waste my my thing though. At the very least, what I can do now is I don't know what I'd do now. Do I Psychic Fangs Amoonguss and then Hard Swap? No, because NECROZMA wants to... Dracovish wants to destroy my NECROZMA right now. So I'm actually going to double into their Dracovish here. I hope I don't regret this. Okay, it doesn't look like I'm going to regret this yet. They Fish's Friend. It's going to hurt. I should lit... I guess I don't live. I guess I don't live at all. What the heck? GG. What do I do? Oh, no. I guess there's only one thing I can do. Oh, I have to attack here. Do I eliminate Amoonguss? If I don't attack Amoonguss, I get double slept here. If I don't attack Dracovish, I just die. Do I Gleam? I guess I Gleam. Ugh. Gleam also covers for the instant swap if that's what they want to go ahead and do. Unfortunately, we have to do our mandatory sleep turn this turn as well with the Vicious Rend. My opponent has my number, huh? I mean, we didn't set Trick Room. They got rid of our Dusk main. I don't know how I get rid of... Now, I have, like, no way of getting rid of their Dusk main if they went ahead and love with it. Or have it in the back. I have zero way. They actually swapped there. I don't think they have to. That's the only reason they did it. Okay, that's fine. But, I mean, I went for Dazzling Gleam for this reason. We should be outspeeding the Dracovish at least. Even if they're Scarfed, we're also Scarfed, and we're, like, max speed, so... Nice. Okay. We got rid of one of their problems. We got plenty of other ones, though. We need to wake up with Dracovish because our Dracovish just became our win condition very quickly. It became our win condition the second they removed the Dawn Wings. That's why. We need to wake up with Dracovish next turn. Actually, we need to just... No, we need to wake up with Dracovish next turn. There's like no other way. I'm going to swap in Stacka so that I can change... So I can change my Scarfed move, you know? I want to have it on maybe Shadow Ball if I have to. Dracovish, if there was ever a time to just open your eyes. I know you've been extinct for years, but it's time to wake up. That time is now, man. Withdraws the instant. This is getting irritating. Back into Amoonguss. You're still asleep! Photon Geyser. Into the Dracovish. Why wouldn't they? Dang it! How do I win? How do I win? I have no idea. I'm gonna try. It's like, what do I got to lose? I don't know how, though. I got to lock on a Shadow Ball. Got a Shadow Ball Amoonguss. I got to Rock Slide and KO Amoonguss if I can. Amoonguss has to go down this turn no matter what. I'm not doing damage to Amoonguss. Sunsteel Strike, rest in peace. Dude, Dracovish, man. The second Dracovish just eliminated my Dawn Wings. I was done for. And there's like zero way that Stack can bring this back. Stack, I love you, buddy, but at least you can't spore me. You fool, we had safety goggles all along. Okay. Big yikes, man. I'll give it to my opponent. They played very well. They played very well. They knew calcs. They knew that the Vicious Rend was going to be enough to knock out my... Dawn Wings. I know when I have Dawn Wings on my team, I have the false impression that nothing can one-shot me. And hey, man, I was proven wrong. As they go for Grass Knot, and I weigh 1 billion pounds. Yikes. And we're gonna miss! Okay, I was trying to be nice. We're gonna go ahead and forfeit this one. We're not gonna sit for another animation. Dang. Okay, that team this team just had a very good win and a very bad L. So we're all over the place tonight, folks. Let's see what we end up as, though. Oh boy. Okay, now we're up against a Calyrex Shadow Rider. So that only tells us one thing: bring Stacka for wide guard. We definitely want Stacka here, but if that's a Dark Urshifu, we're going to be in some serious trouble. And I have a feeling it might be a Dark Urshifu because they also have a Gyarados on this team. If that's a Dark Urshifu, we have to bring Lele. maybe it might be worth not bringing NECROZMA, bringing Lele and Stack in the lead. I'm definitely going to bring NECROZMA. Maybe not right away, you know? Now, do we need the Dracovish? I don't really think so. We could use the Amoonguss here. We could use the Instant, and we can kind of go either way with this. I'm leaning towards Amoonguss. With how bad Amoonguss messed us up in the last game, I think Amoonguss needs to be played, and we need to respect Amoonguss a little bit more on this team because we have it and we never use it. We haven't brought it to a single game so far. Not that I remember, at least. So let's show some respect for Amoonguss here. This guy's name is Disco420, and he's in like a very... At least you're on theme. You're on par with your theme, man. Respect it. You guys see that Diantha Pokemon video that came out today? It's pretty good. They led with the Instant and Indeedee. I mean, the Intimidate's gonna suck, but I don't think I'm worried yet. That kind of sucks also. The special defense boost on the Indeedee. I mean, I'm going to stay in Trick Room. I think we Gleam here. So I want to get some damage on Instant before I get Parting Shotted or before Instant leaves. I can't imagine Instant actually stays on the field here. Sizable chunk. Followed by Mystical Fire. That's different. Okay, they're just like kind of forcing me off the field at this point. They're just gonna sit here and Flare Blitz. Never mind. Doubling down this Lele spot. Wow. Didn't expect them to care that much about Lele. Not gonna lie. I'm gonna go for the Rock Slide here, and I'm gonna take a turn to Heart Swap. What the heck, Teep? Were they expecting the Amoonguss swap? I mean, it could be. I don't actually expect the Instant to stay in here, and I also don't expect the KO with the Rock Slide, unfortunately. But if they end up going for the Flare Blitz on the Lele again, which they won't, because they could just knock me out with the Mystical Fire. They literally have no reason to go for the Flare Blitz on the Lele spot. But if they do, I get Rocky Helmet damage. And Amoonguss could also outspeed next turn. I could also get flinches here, but that's just me begging for hacks at this point. We do double connect, which is like a hack in and of itself. We do get some pretty good damage on the Instant. Pop a Berry. Gets right back to where it started. Followed by the Darkest Lair. Okay, so they did at least swap moves here. Probably predicting the switch into NECROZMA. Gonna hurt him a little bit with the Rocky Helmet and also a Mystical Fire. Onto the Stacker this time around. I do believe Instant might be at enough health to knock out. I will go for the Pollen Puff also on the Instant spot just in case. But I think that might be... Okay, they're gonna follow me. I mean, Pollen Puff is still super effective on that, so... I'm A-okay with that too. I could have Spored. Ooh, I needed that Pollen Puff, dang. Okay, one more rock so I can double knock out there. In fact, if Instant Flare Blitz, it knocked itself out, so... It's actually going to Flare Blitz on the Amoonguss. Smart play. Smart play. That crit, I don't think it mattered, but they're going to knock themselves out with Rocky Helmet / Flare Blitz recoil. I'm going to go into NECROZMA here. I feel like that's my best play. Got rid of their Instant. Oof. Dark too, right? No water. Ooh. That's great. That's phenomenal. They can't... Yeah, they can't Aqua Jet me. They can't do anything to me, so... What do we do? Guess we Gyro Ball on the Urshi to knock it out, and then we... No, we should Rock Slide, because they could follow me. We have to knock out the Sash first, so we have to Rock Slide first. Then we have to Expanding Force next. I don't believe they have any way of stopping my... Yep, that's what they wanted to do. That's why we go for spread moves, folks. Here's the Rock Slide. We do double connect. That is amazing. Breaking any potential sashes on this Urshifu. Could also be Scarf Urshifu, but you never really know at this point of the game. Give me that Beast Boost. Followed by the Expanding Force. This should be nothing but KO. Now that feels good. Now show me a Calyrex in the back. That's what I gotta see. I gotta see a Calyrex in the back. So we got all the Pokemon needed to win the game. Yes. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Okay, this is great. Because now we just gotta click one button. That's it. I got 2 Pokemon in the field here that can learn Astral Barrage. Hopefully my opponent doesn't... 2 Pokemon that can learn Wide Guard. Hopefully my opponent does just go for the Astral Barrage here. I'm just not going to think about it. I'm going to go straight for the Moongeist Beam. They're going to protect. They're going to see the Wide Guard, though. They are going to see the Wide Guard. Now, do they have the Shadow Ball or no? Do we predict the Shadow Ball? No, we just don't use our brains. We're just gonna attack. We're just gonna Wide Guard. We're gonna Moongeist Beam, and we're gonna hope they don't have Shadow Ball. Hope they just forgot. Hope they weren't even looking at the Switch screen. You know, they weren't looking at the. They weren't looking, guys. They did not see the Switch screen. Or I guess their win con there is just hope that I don't click Wide Guard, but show no mercy. We gotta get 2 wins in this episode, folks. That last loss was so bad, I don't want to think about it anymore. Let's get rid of a Calyrex. It is Sashed Calyrex. But now, we just kind of do the same thing. Battle was canceled. The writing was on the wall. My opponent's going to accept defeat. Not bad at all. Another 2 wins, 1 loss. We're currently 4-2 with the team. Winning more than we're losing, but still losing. I don't like that. But anyway, let me go ahead and get you guys that rental code. And here is the rental code for the NECROZMA Dawnwings team. This team is obviously a lot of fun. Does have some very obvious weaknesses, especially I guess I'm weak to Dracovish now. That's something new that I learned. And I feel like the reason why I'm struggling in some of these games, not all of them, but some of them, is because I'm not using that guy. I'm not using a Moongus when I should be using a Moongus. And then there's just certain scenarios where if I'm in Trick Room and I have an Amoonguss on the field, I should be sporing everything to death. In that last game, I used Pollen Puff instead of Spore. I'm pretty sure I could have just spored and been A-okay. But I don't know. It's just my inexperience with Amoonguss. Amoonguss is a great Pokemon. I tend to not use it. And when I do use it on teams, I don't bring it. So I think next episode's homage is going to be an homage to Amoonguss. We're going to make sure we're going to use Amoonguss as much as we possibly can. Anyway, if you guys enjoyed this video, do hit the like button down below and subscribe to Pokésports if you haven't done so already. So we're really close to 9,000 subscribers. I'm Kevin, this is Pokésports. Have a great night. Peace out.